Guppy dream.
Guppy dream?
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream. Guppy
Guppy
dream.
dream.
Guppy 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 dream.
Yes, Guppy dream, sir.
The following presentation will be fully supported by the Front Bum and Parsley Sensory Enhancement Tool. If you are using the enhancement tool to further your enjoyment of tonight's show, please insert the smallest two of your tablets into your nostrils now and allow to dissolve for 10 seconds. Now, take this time to assess the room around you. Is it safe? Do you understand where all the exits are? Do you have a fresh supply of food and drink? Are all pets and pet hairs removed from the vicinity? Take this time to check now. Excellent. Now, place the larger tablet into your anus and allow to dissolve. If you experience any discomfort at this stage, why not consider the new organic Front Bum and Parsley range of numbing lubricants for your next time. You should now begin to feel the effects of the Front Bum and Parsley Sensory Enhancement Tool. You will now be fully immersed in all the sights, sounds, and smells of tonight's performance, as though you were sat on the front row. If you are still experiencing anal leakage in 48 hours' time, please consult a GP or use a Front Bum and Parsley Teen Starter tampon. Thank you and enjoy the show.
It's the Chris Pollard Memorial Extravaganza 10th Anniversary!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all to the celebration on the life of one of the most important figures in recent memory. 10 years ago to this day, on January 10th, 2062, we were struck with the devastating news that Chris Pollard, actor, musician, writer, director, inventor of the ejaculating golf ball, had sadly left us. He left behind a legacy that is unmatched, and the impact he had on modern culture cannot be overstated. Tonight, we look back at some of the most defining moments in his illustrious career and talk to some of the people closest to him. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We begin our journey tonight in 1995. Chris himself was born into humble beginnings. His mother, a simple pig farmer from Sheffield, and his father, the then Prime Minister of Paraguay. Most of his childhood, however, has been shrouded in mystery. All that we know to this day is that after a tragic table tennis-related incident claimed both his parents' lives, he was raised by a small but dedicated pack of wolves deep in the humid jungles of northern Doncaster. We spoke to retired wolf breeder Alan Queef, who remembers Chris in those formative years.
Well, he used to like putting his finger up his arse and sniffing it.
Deep apologies there if anybody heard that. We did actually play the wrong clip, but we've got the correct clip queued up now. Let's just try that again, shall we? We spoke to retired wolf breeder Alan Queef, who remembers Chris in those formative days in the jungle.
I remember that young man. How could I forget him? He used to stick his finger up his arse and smell it.
Alan Queef there, with a bit of insight into the mystical background of Chris Pollard. But we're going to have to take a short break here. We'll be right back with more of the life story of Britain's top mango salesman, Chris Pollard.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. And misery's everywhere. Stormy weather since my man and I together. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time.
And a warm welcome back to the life story of Chris Pollard. A lot of famous names in the crowd tonight. Thank you. Your reception is extremely warming, both in my heart and my trousers. But we move swiftly on in tonight's performance into the roaring 20s, when a controversial catastrophe caused the catalyst for creative comedy career, creating comedy.
Well, I remember back then he was a quiet lad, a student. I was the station manager at the time on Salford University's Shock Radio, now defunct. He would shuffle in at about 10:45 p.m, literally 15 minutes before he was due to go on air. It was quite unprofessional, and he was always absolutely reeking of body odour. It was too much. It followed him around like a cloud of poo or something like that. He stunk, to be honest with you. He stunk. I cannot overstate that enough. The boy made my eyelashes burn, and it really made.
Look. Could we just get back to the controversy, please?
Oh yes. Well, he would come in right, stinking, like an arse. At 10:45, 15 minutes before he's due to go on air, and most of the time he was drunk out of his mind. He had this bloody stupid program about dreams or something like that. Whereas I personally, I'm much more into my sport, I bet he didn't have any dreams about a deodorant. God rest his soul. Anyway, one day he came bursting out of the booth halfway through his programme. And he tells me that he's accidentally live on air called the Queen a and this is not obviously 48 hours after we had learnt that she'd passed away back in 2020. Now, he did allege, right, that this was like a simple slip of the tongue, you know, an accident. Something like a Freudian slip or something. And that's fine, but as a station, you know, we had to stand by our rules, we had to do the right thing, and we had to sack him on the spot, accident or not.
Of course, yes. Do you have the footage of said incident? It has been erased from the internet.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've dug through the archives, and we've got it queued up right here on this sort of like futuristic like record player thing that floats, and it's got like holograms and stuff on it. I'll just press play now.
Well, in other news, the Queen's just died, hasn't she? What a shame, eh? The stupid old gristle-faced silver spoon. I'm glad she's pushing up the daisies now, the festering old gin-soaked. When we die, we all go underground and we're treated the same, aren't we? There's no royal family down there, we're all just you dead. What has she contributed to society other than a load of weddings between two on the taxpayers' and had the audacity to out that alleged Prince Andrew? What a and let me reiterate, just so nobody thinks it's an accident, the Queen is a dead. Here's the stereophonics. Chocolate mousse. Everyone wanting a chocolate mousse. Who remembers that one? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And I hope you all enjoyed that look back at the source of so much controversy back in the day, but little did the world know this was just the outspoken personality that Britain needed, and would soon be the platform on which he launched his political career. The infamous incident, now dubbed by the public as the Queen is a gate, brought national coverage to his Guppy Dream sketch show, which snowballed across the internet instantly and went on to win Chris the Best Comedy Performance, Best Spoken Word Performance and Best Female Solo Artist at the 2021 Brit Awards. And what would his next move be with all this newfound fame? Well, Chris found his first TV gig on satellite television programme Babe Station. His tenure on Babe Station made for some truly spellbinding telly, where he played Babe number 3 for 2 fantastic seasons, until he was infamously killed off by Paul Snellgrove in the Christmas special. Here he is, recorded in 2042, talking about his tenure on the programme. And don't forget, I'm going to be around till 1:30 in the morning, which is way past my bedtime. Call up now. Don't you want to see me shake my arse cheeks? Phone up now and ask for Babe 3. It's £6 an hour. That's cheaper than most prozzies, and I'm on telly. Oh! You want to see more? Get dialing. Well, I mean, it was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had, to be honest with you. I mean, sometimes you wouldn't get the script until 2 days beforehand, and you've got to sit in the bath and try and learn thousands and thousands of words. And it was such a high-pressure environment, but that's the environment the director wanted to produce, so we could really thrive in it, and it felt real. It felt real. It's the most real acting that we've ever had to do, and I learnt a lot from it. You know, we won the BAFTA. The miscarriage storyline, it all came together in the end, and I look back very positively on that time, and I thank Babe Station so much. Without them, I wouldn't be the actor I am today. I hope no one minds if I eat this sausage roll. Oh, I'm getting pastry all down me. I hope you don't mind, but I've got a bag of quavers in my handbag. I might have a go on them as well. Call it now. Join us after the break, when we'll be continuing our journey through the career of Britain's foremost entertainer and bingo caller, Chris Pollard. Hello and welcome back to the Chris Pollard Memorial Extravaganza, and it's the 10th anniversary. This is the 10th year we've done it now, and I hope you're all enjoying at home, and I hope you're all enjoying here live in the crowd. Now, before the break, we looked at the launching pad of his astronomical career, the incident now known to the public as the Queen is a gate. which first brought the attention of the world onto Guppy Dream and to Chris himself. But what would be his next move after student radio? Well, the year 2022 was one of many ups and downs for Chris, but he started strongly when he charted at number 6 in the UK hit list with his debut toe-tapping solo single, the unforgettable Summer Nights in the Big City, which we can all enjoy now. Cue music. Chris Pollard and the Daisy Chains there with the unforgettable number 6 smash hit Summer Nights in the Big City. Now, after conquering the audio airwaves, Chris set his sights on the small screen and was subsequently spaffed into the eyes of Britain, firstly as fan favourite Marco on Coronation Street. Marco, for those too young to remember, was part salsa dancer, part Nazi war criminal and heroin dealer, which led to some very sticky situations and some unforgettable acting performances from Pollard. Who could forget the episode where he flamencoed with Sophie Webster, or that time he sold smack to Chesney's dog? We now go live to Sharon Crosby, who is stood with none other than his former co-star, best friend and diet nutritionist, Samson Bumbo, who is in his shower room / ensuite bathroom.
Thank you for that warm introduction. I'm here with Mr. Bambo. Mr. Bamboo, thank you for having us.
Not a problem. Call me Samson.
Samson, could you tell us about the first time that you met Chris?
Well, I first met him years before our days on Coronation Street. It was 2029. I came across him when he was picking peas with the father at Gretna Thunberg. At that point, I took out my phone and... Shh. Who is it?
It's Marjorie. What are you doing in there? How long are you going to be?
They're filming a documentary, love.
Well, I can't wait any longer. I'm sure they won't mind. It's not the first time I've had a dump on camera. Oh,
Marjorie.
get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, out the way.
Well, you're not gonna introduce me to your new friends, then?
They're not my friends, darling. It's the BBC.
Yes, hi, I'm Susan Crosby, and this is my camera crew. This is Tim.
Hello.
Todd.
Hello.
Tom.
Hey.
Terry.
Iles.
Tony. Travis.
Hello.
And Tucker.
Shut up anyway, I don't care. You're putting me off my game.
Jesus.
There's only one. Darling, we've got no more roll. Will you, here, daft lad, will you pass me that shower head? You don't mind, do you, boys, if I just have a bit of a clean? Oh, a deep cleanse. They pay good money in Hollywood for this, you know. Oh. Well, I'm clean as a whistle, but you might want to give that shower head a wipe, love.
Thanks, love. Excellent, my
Thanks for rejoining us here on the 10th anniversary of the death of Chris Pollard. Now, we've already seen the work that made him a household name across the UK. But what about overseas? Well, dying to make a big splash across the pond, he would first become the advertising face and spokesperson of popular American antidepressant Numb to the Worldaline. Hey, I'm Chris Pollard for Numb to the Worldaline. Are you a unique person? Do you have any interesting character traits? Do you not really fancy a lifetime of rotting away behind a desk in an office? Do you have any thoughts at all? Well, if you experience any of these symptoms, why not try Numb to the Worldaline? This breakthrough formula allows for an utter zombification of your brain and soul. Just one 50mg tablet a day will completely cleanse you of all ambition, determination and personality. I feel number already.
I used to want to be an actor, but thanks to Numb to the Worldaline, I can sit in my pants watching Storage Wars every day as the world passes me by.
I used to be depressed, but now I'm more depressed, but with a chemical dependency to Numb to the Worldaline.
Well, I used to think about things, and now I can just sit there.
Numb to the Worldaline. Replace yourself with a robotic replica today. Numb to the Worldaline has been shown to aggravate suicidal thoughts, make you lose touch with yourself, make you eat more, make you eat less, make you cry, make you really cry, make you hate others, make you hate yourself, make you question everything, make you question nothing, keep you awake, keep you from getting out of bed in the morning, frustrate friends and family around you, make you want to bite strangers in the face. Basically, don't take it, but please do, because this is America and we want your money, you helplessly addicted sheep.
And there we go. Bonjour and gracias to all that just joined us there. As we dipped our collective toes there into Chris's big push to break America. That's the United States of America. Who here remembers America? No, not a lot. I didn't think you would. Fronting the campaign there for Numb to the Worldaline. the controversial drug first seen in the 2030s, but was famously taken off the shelves after it was found responsible for the tragic death of then Prime Minister Chris Kamara. We'll be right back with more of the life story of Britain's favourite Taekwondo instructor, Christopher Q. Pollard Jr. Hello, welcome and goodbye to all as we mosey on powerfully on this voyage through the life of a voyage. Before the break we dipped our toes into Chris's big push with Numb to the World in America, which was unfortunately taken off the shelves. And with the advert work drying up, what would come next for Chris Pollard? His American dreams fizzing away like ecstasy in a warm anus. He would, luckily, strike figurative gold soon after, as he was announced as the host of the 2033 Golden Globes, taking over from none other than Ricky Gervais, who the year prior had hosted it for the last time for the 12th time. Now, let's have a look at the awards show that made sure nobody would ever forget the name Chris Pollard. Pollard, it says Pollard.
Live in the International Ballroom at the star-filled Beverly Hilton Hotel, it's the 92nd Annual Golden Globe Awards. Hi, I'm Dax Baxter. I was the voice announcer for the 92nd Golden Globe Awards back in 2033, as well as the only living survivor of the unfortunate incidents that took place at the Golden Globe Awards in 2045. Those damn Chinese. But I remember that young British kid. I remember speaking to him in the dress rehearsal that year. He said he was so inspired by the brave performance of the Gervais guy the year before. Oh my face!
He told me he was gonna take what Gervais had done, which was systematically abuse and insult the celebrities before him, and he was gonna take it up to like a whole new level. I watched him take the pre-written script and he wiped his ass with it. I knew this kid had balls. Balls and a nice tight little ass. 2 little shaven low-hanging balls and a peachy little ass. He was out for blood that night.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix, yeah. Get his proper name, you scumbag idiot. What a stupid name, you idiot. Idiot, Durbrain, you thick idiot, Joaquin, stupid name, idiot. Oi, DiCaprio, over here, you big slimy nonce. Look, there's going to be no words tonight, you absolute scum of the earth, parasite morons. I'm going to be coming around the stalls instead, and I'm going to be injecting you all with coronavirus and then tying your shoes together. Oh yeah, and you're all slags.
I still laugh when I think about it to this day. I didn't think he had a needle for everyone in the crowd. But that was Chris. A simply sensational host. A simply sensational friend. He never did return my calls. Ever the heartbreaker. Well, I did actually write a song about him back in the 40s. But I haven't played in a long time. Nobody ever heard it till now. Maybe I can do it just once. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Ooh, 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 the one I need. Oh, yes, indeed.
We'll be right back after this break for more of the Chris Pollard Memorial 10th Anniversary Extravaganza.
Dan Baxter there, who unfortunately, since the recording of this piece, was discovered in his country home, still alive and healthy. Now it's time to speak to one of the most influential pieces of the Pollard puzzle. His long-time collaborator, co-presenter, and most importantly, friend, Mr. Benedict Moore. Now, nobody here needs reminding of the shaky circumstances surrounding the relationship between these two. And if you do need reminding, you're thick. So for all you thick idiots out there, let's have a recap. Nobody to this day knows the cause of the separation, but it was one that sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry as well as the catering industry. The public fallout was unavoidable for what felt like years. Every week, it would seem, abuse and fighting were rampant between the two, exchanging shots both on social media and in the press. But what was the cause? How could these seemingly inseparable creative minds separate? Was it a girl? Was it the party lifestyle? Was it something else altogether? Something deeper? Well, before we go any further, I want to take a minute of your time to talk about Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an immersive online experience with everything you'd expect from a brand new RPG title. It's got an amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of never-before seen champions to collect and to customise. I never expected to get this level of performance out of a mobile game. Look how crazy the level of detail is on these champions. Raid Shadow Legends is getting big real fast, so you should definitely get in early. Starting now will give you a huge head start. There's also an upcoming special launch tournament with crazy prizes, and not to mention the game is absolutely free. So go ahead and check out the video description to find out more about Raid Shadow Legends. There you will find a link to the store page and a special code to unlock all sorts of goodies. Using the special code, you can get 50,000 silver immediately, and a free epic level champion is part of the new Game Players program, courtesy, of course, of the Raid Shadow Legends devs. Anyway, where were we? Yes. The fallout between Pollard and Moore, which was a constant source of anguish for both. Threatening both their careers at times, it was a collision course bound for destruction, physically and mentally. Well, speaking to the media for the first time in over 30 years, we managed to track down the elusive and highly mysterious Benedict Moore to ask him how it all unfolded as he was cutting his front lawn.
Mr. Moore, I was just wondering how you felt when you first learnt the news that Chris Pollard had passed. You what?
We'll be right back after this break for more of the Chris Pollard Memorial 10th Anniversary Extravaganza.
Hello and welcome back to the final slice of the Pollard Pie of Life. Before the break, I got sent a photograph of my wife's vagina. But in this show, we looked at the catastrophic separation of former Deep Chats and Morning Glory alumni Benedict Moore and Chris Pollard. Now, we approach the final furlong of this race, those last 20 or so years where Chris turned from iconic media sensation to pungent political powerhouse. Now, following severe brain trauma while apple picking in the Cotswolds, Chris came out of a 2-month coma a new man. A new man with a new vision for a new Britain. A man with, yes, diminished mental faculties, but a man as inspired as ever. And it was for this reason Chris submitted his bid for leadership of the Conservative Party. Here he is, outlining his manifesto for the 2043 general election.
And it's for this reason that we, the Conservative Party of Great Britain, we can absolutely guarantee that we're going to kill everyone from Scotland in my first term in office, and we're going to be giving away free bars of gold to every, honest Brit with a good, strong, double-barrel surname. I'm also in my cabinet. We're going to be drawing up plans for Brexit 2. I really think it's going to work this time.
Chris Pollard there with his election pledges back in 2043. He was famously unsuccessful in his race to number 10, beaten in that year's leadership contest by only 5 votes, losing out narrowly to the twitching, reanimated corpse of Margaret Thatcher. This would not stop him, however, on his fight for glory, as he stood as proud MP for Doncaster North until his final tragic breaths. Here he is, filmed a few weeks before his untimely passing, talking about the improvements that he made to his local community.
See this car park here, lads? Well, when I were a young lad, it were absolutely rife for, well, let's be brutally honest, dogging. I remember days when you couldn't even bring your family here for potential threat of, public lewdness, I guess. In my term as MP, we've had this car park extended from 30 spaces to 78 spaces, allowing for a much more efficient workflow of doggers, and queues to enter this Frankie and Benny's parking lot have never been shorter. The building we walk through now was once a shopping centre. The Frenchgate Shopping Centre was my home from home, and I spent many of my youthful days in Debenhams over there, Blue Banana over there, and Kentucky Fried Chicken down there. Ever since that bloody Bezos bloke took over all, global commerce, what were we going to do with this iconic bit of retail space? Well, our groundbreaking renovations in my term in office converted this shagged out old shopping mall into the UK home of the Church of Scientology, along with the entire top deck up there, that entire top deck reserved for the most high-tech and cutting-edge brothel this side of the Watford Gap service station. These tired old playing fields we walk along, these were unable to attract a simple 5-a-side game back in the 2040s. But with the additions of these wooden huts over there and them toilets over there, these fields are now considered to be the heart of cottaging in South Yorkshire.
Now, a lot of people did criticise me, for over-sexualising Doncaster with the changes I made, and that, I couldn't enact any policy without sex being involved somewhere. But look at this over here to prove you wrong. See that supermarket? That used to be a Lidl, and now it's an Aldi.
Chris Pollard there speaking just a few weeks before his death. Chris Pollard wanted to leave behind a legacy. He lived like a rock star and he wanted to die like one. He wanted to go out at the peak of his career, like his heroes, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Adam Sandler, Buddy Holly. Unfortunately, as we now know, he died like another one of his heroes, Elvis Presley, having a shit and 9 stone overweight. Unfortunately, that's about all the time we've got for the Chris Pollard Memorial 10th Anniversary Extravaganza, whatever it's called. Oh, I'm just getting used through in my earpiece now. Yes, we've got... Ladies and gentlemen, this is very special. None of us knew about this, but we have just had a special guest turn up backstage, and he's willing to come on and share a few of his thoughts straight out of the retirement home in Beverly Hills, California. Please welcome to the stage, Slim Peasy!
Yeah. Yeah. Peasy back in the booth one time and I ain't got time for haters. I'm down at the races, got a ton on the nose of the favourite. Keep out my mentions and keep your hands off my pension. Young boys wanna flex, but can't get off the attention. Can't get off of the cash, can't get off of the girls. You'll get cornered and smashed, you'll get poked for your pearls. Gold drip drip on the chain that I keep around my chest. Cold drip drip on me tool, see a back come round in the vest. They put me in their care home, so I treat it like it's my own. I smashed all the birds, got videos on my phone. Prescriptions in my drawer that don't belong to me. An affliction in my jaw from too much ecstasy.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream?
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream. Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream. Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream.
Guppy dream. Guppy dream.
Yes, Guppy dreams.
Something missing.
to do.